Hello and welcome back to Ignition series. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you doing?
Well, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. As you can see, we have like a lot of new changes. As you can see, NSE at the bottom left, right there. But yeah, do you want to tell me more about our new changes?
Yeah. Well, just before we do that, I'd like to introduce some of the new viewers potentially who are new here. Like they're just coming in. They saw NSE on there, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I know that. I recognize this." We are Ignition Series. We are a university-ran event group, from the University of Chichester, and there's a group of us here. Before we did a Rocket League 1v1 event circuit, which went pretty well. That was quite fun to do.
Yeah.
So now we've been given the opportunity to host like a B stream for like NSE for Overwatch, which is great. So thanks to NSE for the opportunity to do this. So of course for today we will be following the team on the league. We will be following Portsmouth Paladins, who are looking in great form so far today. They are undefeated in the last week, so they're in that like 2 wins bracket of how NSE works. So if you want to give us a further rundown on how things are going to go in the future.
Well, for the first, I think we have 7 weeks with NSE. We're gonna be following a lot of teams. As I said, today we're gonna be watching Portsmouth Paladins. And first match, I think it's against the Kirkinated 6,700. So I'm excited to see both teams there.
I'm excited to see if we can keep a straight face saying that mental holding.
But yeah. And we'll try to be aiming for the top tier teams in NSE, but if we see anything is at the bottom tier or mid tier, then we might watch it as well.
Yeah.
Another thing is we will be on NSE's second stream during the playoffs, so we won't be streaming on the Ignition series, but on NSE's official channel. But
yeah, make sure you keep an eye on that, of course. Our pivot now to Overwatch is something different because, of course, we casted Rocket League last time, so this is going to be something new for us. So hopefully, if you have a little bit of patience with us, because this is our first time streaming to this level, so this will be exciting to see how this goes. And of course, Overwatch has been a game I've been passionate about since I started playing in 2018. Yeah, I played during the Overwatch
Right.
1 days before it went to 2, and now back to Overwatch as well. They removed the 2, so it's been exciting times recently. Have you played Overwatch before?
I've played a bit at the start of Overwatch 2. Never played Overwatch like when it was out. I'm not that good. I've only made recent research and actually played some games today.
How'd they go?
We won both of them, but the problem was I don't know how the perks worked. And I did want to ask you about that. We will be seeing perks in the matches.
Yeah, of course, perks will be in the matches, but some of the new changes that have been made to the game. So of course the 5 new heroes. So if you've been paying attention to the game, you would have known all about those. Unfortunately, they will not be able to be played in these opening weeks. I think it's for the next 2 weeks. They'll be banned. So the players can't play them, unfortunately. So no new crazy players with the jetpack cat. I know we've seen some.
I seen it today. It just threw me off. I was like, oh, okay, you can do that.
Yeah, so no plays like that, unfortunately. So it's back to what it was last patch. So I think Vendetta will be the most recent hero, of course, that the players can play, which I think is in a good state right now. So of course, following on with that, there's been a bunch of new changes to the game as well. There's some new perks for existing heroes, a new patch that's nerf certain heroes. I think Zarya got a nerf, which is huge because I know she was very strong for the last season, almost a guaranteed ban before.
Oh really? How come?
Why? She was just really strong, and it's kind of unfun to play against as well. They just got a permanent full beam Zarya just charging at you, but that can't be fun for anyone. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. See some new comps potentially coming out. Of course, the standard comps that we've seen, especially when I used to play last split, there was a lot of rush comps. You can see a lot of like RAM, like tanks like that.
Yeah.
Just the more like solid, like competitive, like the kind of comps you've seen competitive, because like not like 'cause the level I was playing at, especially, it was like more like mid tier, but like maybe with these upper tier games, like from the Portsmouth Paladins, would see against the Kirkenayers, like maybe we'll see some more like high, like more structured like play. So that'll be interesting to see how that will go. Hopefully, we'll get the games starting shortly. And of course, in the meantime, like we're on the NSE channel, why not talk about NSE? So, are you in NSE? Have you competed recently?
Yeah. I play for the league team for Chichester, but it is a very fun tournament, especially that so many universities participate in it.
Yeah.
Like there are so many teams, and the quality can range from like, let's say, I don't know how the ranks are in Overwatch, but in like League of Legends, you can see like the top of the tier,
Yeah.
but also bottom of the bottom. So
Imagine being in that bottom tier.
oh yeah, like irons.
Just get shamed. You know, I suppose that's extra motivation to get out of there, I suppose. And that'd be interesting. So, and then of course, like what I said about like how I did Overwatch last split, which was quite fun to do. Like,
how did that go?
it was alright. Yeah, I think we ended like we'd like win lose. So, but it was much fun. Like I think I grew so much as a player. Like during that time, like playing in a competitive environment is like very beneficial. So I recommend it to like any players out there. Like sign up to your uni teams, get competing. It's great fun. I feel like we would be going to a break soon enough before we get the game started because we have a couple stuff to sort out. So we'll head up to a break soon. So we'll see you in a second.
Welcome back.
We're back.
But yeah, As we said, we're gonna be watching Portsmouth Paladins versus the Kirknators 6700. Anything that you know about these two teams?
Well, I've spoken to a couple of the Portsmouth lot,
Yeah.
and one of the people's names on Discord was Reinhardt One Trick.
Oh.
So I'm curious if they will pull out the Reinhardt here. Like, I think the map we are going to is Runasapi, so
Okay.
that does have some long sidelines, so we could see some good hit scams, like heroes come out, like usually like you'll see like a Soj, potentially a Cass, like they're the normal ones that you'd see on this map, like tank wise. I feel like it would be more those like rush tanks. I'm not sure necessarily if Ryan would be the optimal play, but I feel like more potentially like a Ram, maybe maybe an Orisa, maybe even a Monkey if they want to opt for a more dive composition. But we'll see, of course, what these teams will pull out once the game starts. Like, of course, the Kirkinators, they are.
I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
Well, they were doing pretty good as well in.
Yeah.
Because again, all these teams are like top tier and everyone's in a hot form, especially as the start of the season. This is week 2. So a lot of teams will want to get into those like higher spots, especially for playoffs. So yeah.
So with these teams both being in those top 2 spots, we are guaranteed almost a close game, I'd like to say, unless like certain teams are like levels above, which we will see throughout the weeks as we follow along. Like, it'll be interesting to see who shapes up at the top of the leaderboard by the end of it. Because how many weeks is it until playoffs? It's like, what was it, like
3 or 4?
something like that.
Something like that.
Like towards the end, the playoffs, that'll be interesting. Of course, we'd be streaming on the NSE side.
Yeah. I'm excited for that again. Also, I did want to say, when I played today, there were like bans. Is that something gonna be in NSE?
There's no, there's hero bans in best of 5. There's best of 3. Like there will be no hero bans. Of course, there's like the map pick Speak now.
Well,
right now, trying to figure out our audio problems. But yeah, I think we are back. Sorry for that minor inconvenience.
But with 16 seconds left, beat on the side of the Kirkinator side. They do have the advantage ultimate-wise. Coming up on 2 support ults now as the fight draws to conclusion. Beat comes out of Spectrum.
Big Lucio.
Look to push.
Ooh, the Proximo
The OC.
taking 3
Stacks
people.
full. Time ticks down. All the numbers fall from Portsmouth Paladins and the Kirk.
Best our 3 games, so
Yeah.
will all 3 rounds be push?
No, not all of them.
Okay.
Push has been played, now it can't be played again. So now it'll be down to
gotcha.
Portsmouth Paladins to pick which one they want to go for.
I understand.
If you look at this third game from Envy, or does it? Of course, that came off the fat grab there. Takes the off angle, melts them all down. Very well played from the Kirkinators there as they take this initial game.
Really well played. Again, we do apologize for our audio problems. We are trying a new software. Yeah. That's what I say. With vMix, and we've had small, but I think for the rest of the ship it should be fine. So hopefully we can give you better shoutcasting and casting in general.
Yeah, we'll get the second map underway soon. Let the players decide what they want to go with. Like, of course, I don't know if you know any of the maps and stuff like that, but what do you think the Portsmouth Paladins, because it will be up to them now to choose, what do you think they should go with?
Honestly, no idea. Like I haven't seen what like each team wants to pick, what they're more comfortable on. I don't know if we can even see those stats.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do want to see like a control zone type of round, just because personally it's always easier to understand what's happening, especially that I personally come from our rivals.
Yeah.
And those rounds just seem so much more simple.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, like, if you get steamrolled, like, especially like on that map, sometimes like playing like comfort maps, and sometimes I feel like the payload maps, like escort and hybrid, I feel like you can almost cheese those maps.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, just play a very like bunker comp, like play like. Create that problem, like try and force something out of the Kirkinators, potentially that they're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then maybe that can help give them an advantage in the second game. But of course, like as we saw, like the players from Kirkinator, like they were just like dominating throughout, like the Zarya and the Sojourn, like as we saw in that play of the game, like they were just creating so many opportunities. Like it seems like almost the Paladins struggled to keep up most of the time.
Yeah.
Like in this matchup. But of course, maybe in the second game they understand how they play now. They might be able to like adjust to that, try and match the pace, or even potentially try and like force them, like we said, like to do something that's not like their comfort zone.
Yeah. How do you counter Zara? Like,
Zarya, yeah, it's more like your brawl tanks. So like you'll be looking at probably a Ram or a Reinhardt. Like maybe Reinhardt one trick.
Right.
It could come in handy potentially against the Zarya, but like of course they do have that Vendetta though, which could cause the problems for Reinhardt if he's not careful.
Yeah. Both teams again are choosing Vandera throughout that round. Is that like, as you said early on, is that like the meta? Oh, as we're going into our second round.
Yeah, Vendetta is like a very strong pick, like, and it seems that it's continued. Like she did get buffed, I believe, like which surprised me, but like that's fine. Like I suppose Vendetta is probably one of the more better characters to watch compared to like a Symmetra or Bastion potentially.
Yeah. Oh man, do want to see a Torbjorn though. Listen, like you bunker like in a corner with your turret and just like holding that space down.
Similar comp coming out of the Kokonate here. They're just going for the soldier instead of the Sojourn, perhaps for that potential mobility, especially on a flashpoint map that can always come in handy. Of course, they switched to the Junker Queen from Matt Callion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Queen potentially force those bubbles out of the Zarya.
I mean, that probably has been like their biggest problem.
Rush is forced. X-Wing, bubbles, Suzu come out. Utility is forced. And the calculators. Callion now. Point does fall towards the Portsmouth Paladins, as Chelsea does get picked early by pro player.
And this defense of the point will fall down really quickly with the support falling down.
NB gets two there. That opens up the window for the Kirkinators to now retake this point. But of course, that early percentage will come in handy for them. Of course, like, because you saw, like, with push, they were hardly able to get any space, but at least even a little bit of progress on this point could provide crucial.
Yeah. Ooh, popping quite early.
The shout is forced out early. Boop comes out. Spectrum, he is low, but he does manage to get out.
Ooh,
Stacks gets picked by Cheeseburger. The swing on the corner.
Oof. And that will be that push for the Paladins. Really quick work there by the Kirkinators.
See, Envy here, he's looking for a flank, potential off angle to catch him out. Ooh, he does find Stacks on the corner. He gets him low. Charzy will chase this, force him out.
Yes, his pocket healer ready to heal him up. And he almost has his ult up.
Look to push from main. Mike Kelly does start walking at the back line. The Lucio was there to help. Cheeseburger is low. He's trying to hold this corner as Charzy gets two. Cheeseburger and Envy do fall. DPS down on the side of Paladins. Oof. Charzy does find a pick. The retake coming through from Paladins.
Charzy playing like an MVP this match.
He stepped it up on the Vendetta as he pushes forward, looking for the Kiri pick. Well, he has potentially overextend. The grab comes out from Tartanas. Beat is forced. He pushes forward, Envy does find the picks onto Chili. Ryan does get a pick onto the soldier. Suzu is being forced out, or the TP.
Ooh, and even though Paladins have had the point for a bit there, and are able to take the first flashpoint.
Don't think Paladins will be able to touch here, so the first point will fall to the Kirkinators.
So what have you noticed from both teams? Like, what can Paladins do to break the Kirkinators here?
Well, Envy seems to be taking very good off angles here. Like, of course, like Cheeseburger, he does seem to hold Bane very well. Like, he would hold the corners, get the down slash, like chunk away half stuff. Visor is popped out, beat. Charzy looks for the ult, finds two through the beat.
Yes,
he's chasing down now. Envy does fall.
And this is maybe what the Paladins needed to get that push.
Of course, just the Vendetta and the Kiri ult used, like for the beat and Visor.
Yeah.
It was a good ult trade.
But pro player does have the Kiriko ult here, and also the Vandera ult as well. And there's the first ult, there's the second one. Can they get a pick here? Ooh, they get two. Can Kirkinators capitalize off this? And yes, they can. Almost a team wipe.
Dax does manage to get a little bit of a stall going. But of course, Kirkinators do follow up at a similar rate as last time, around 30%. Paladins do seem to get very good early like site control, but then they do seem to lose it far soon after.
And what can they do to like improve that hold?
It just depends on how they want to approach this angle. Shout is forced early.
Zara
So
here.
despite the side poking on the off angle,
It's on the
he
side.
is pretty split. Charzy is on his own.
Oof.
He does fall. I feel like Charzy was just a little bit like maybe perhaps a miscommunication. Grab is on the side of this, but he opts to use it here. They are up in numbers. Potentially don't have to use it as Cheeseburger is struggling in there. He does get a bubble and he will fall out.
Enver does have his ult here on McCree. Can he use it to pick up some picks here?
First of all, there's the grab, there's the beat from Stacks, but they all fall low though. Stacks does fall. Charzy does find his pick onto Envy though. We'll try Charzy going crazy now, trying to hold this point. Coming in low, all shout force, Zarya is low, they do find a pick. Then Netrock comes out of Cheeseburger, but he's not able to find any picks. Paladins will now take control of this point.
And again, this round feels very similar to the last one where the Kirkinators just get it to 99% and Paladins are able to just get that like final touch and now they have to defend it.
The Sombra pick from like Portsmouth Paladins
Yeah,
has proven helpful for now, but it does get revealed by Cheeseburger. The hack does come through. In the nade from the Cassidy though, and he will fall.
oh, that's really good for the Paladins.
Clean up forced.
Ooh.
They do take this fight. They clean up.
And trippy there by Crazy? How do you say that?
Charzy.
Charzy. Really well played there.
That's the value of the Vendetta being shown right there.
Yeah. And again, both teams using it.
Turner gets a touch here. Lucio does have beat. Spectrion, he does fall though. He does get the touch. Cheeseburger looking to get next point. Oof. He does get hacked, so he will get turned down.
Yeah, and the Kirkinators now decide to give this point away.
Yeah.
The Paladins are following them here. Can they get a pick? Oh,
Ooh,
Bandera gets
Jedi
the
pop.
McCree ult out. Going in the back line. Can she get another pick? Yes, she can. With the Drunken Queen help.
The stagger on the touches does seem to bite them here.
The Bandera 1v1.
Just swinging the sword round and round. Paladins, they will have point control now. They'll hopefully try and get this point secured. Well, the Kirkinators might have a touch potentially before if they want to contest this.
And a lot of ults here by the Paladins. They are in a very strong position. Oh,
Chili does
but
fall early.
pick. Oh,
Oh, no ults used from Kirkinators and they're still somehow up by 2. Stacks does low. The beat does come out though from the Kirkinators. Potentially just to keep that Lucio alive.
I don't know about that ult by the Kirkinators. Again, a lot of the Paladins team were out. Ooh, and Soldier gets the pick on Sombra.
Corpse first does stagger a little bit there, which could harm those chances, but Portsmouth Paladins, they do still have both support outs and that EMP. That EMP could come through as massive, especially get an early pick onto like potentially the Zarya, force her to have no bubbles.
Yeah.
And go hard with the Queen, or Cheeseburger. Pops the Vendetta, oh he does find McCallion. He will fall.
And as you said, dying with your tank so early.
Of course, first he's all the beat comes through. Well, they are looking to fight this. Or the EMP comes through. Pro player does fall. They push forward now. Envy alone on point.
And it seems that the Kirkinators
Spectrion
want
does
to
find
fight.
Stacks. Oh, Charzy does get Spectrion though. Kirkinators are still looking in control of this point as McCallion now finds Envy. That does just the favour towards Portsmouth Paladins now. Stacks coming back quick but can't quite find it. Oh, the TP and Suzu just that little bit late. Can't quite keep Cheeseburger alive. The stall from the Kirkinators has been huge though. The Kitsu comes through from Paladins. The grab though absorbs them all up. And they can't stall any longer.
And that is the point 2 to the Kirkinators. Really well played there. Again, I think the Paladins made a very big mistake there when they had so many ults, they just didn't use them. and the Kirknage were just able to just roll on them on the point.
Yeah, they did very well, like even down numbers to just make sure they trade touches, keep control of that point. Callian now does have the Junker Queen ult. OC gets popped from Envy. He does find a pick onto McCallion, he can't do anything there. Ooh, finds a pick onto Chile too.
Yeah,
He's
and
pushing them back.
Paladins do have to give this point at least an early start of it.
They are coming up on their beat now. They will have the faster beat, so potentially they could get a big beat push going early if they wanted to force this fight. Burger lurking on the left. They will look to take this high ground on the left side.
The Lucio on Paladins is on 97, 98. They have the beat. Can they use it in this team fight?
Charlie gets a good kill onto Spectrum, so there's no beat there for the Kirkinators. He is low, but they push forward now. Going on, ooh, does find the pick onto Envy, and there we go. That will give Paladins control at this point. Control of the fight.
Good job.
Of course, they still have that beat and the Vendetta ult to help stall this next point. Similar ultimates coming up from the Kirkinators as well. It will be a mirror match here on ultimates wise.
Yeah.
Unless Corpseburst can build this EMP. Cheeseburger, the bubble Vendetta ult. What can he find? He can't find anything. Corpseburst does find Envy. Beat comes out.
Really well played there by the Paladins, again that pick on the Lucio, and now the Kirkinators will just fall down one by one.
That was very well played for the Portsmouth Paladins. I'm not sure if like Spectrum realised that like the Vendetta ult was popped, because of course that will go through. It does pure damage, so it does go through the beat.
That like Vendetta's ult is so strong, like it does so much, but of course you are like kind of vulnerable up in the air.
Yeah.
But if they just cannot take you out in time, it's just kind of over if you hit
Zarya
it.
bubble comes through.
Yeah.
Of course, can't quite find it now. Cheeseburger with the swap to Torb. It's definitely an interesting pick here. We'll see what they can make of that.
Why did I tell you? Why did I tell you? Not only Sombra, but also Torbjorn. Like, come on. Maybe the Torbjorn is to counter Sombra. As the Paladins here just fall and die so quickly before point 5.
Of course.
This is the last flashpoint of this round, right?
Yeah. It all comes down to the 0.5.
Alright.
See how this goes. EMP and Kitsu Rush on the side of Paladins.
Ooh, the EMP there by the Sombra. And that was a huge hack.
But of course the grab from Tarbos is just too strong.
Wow, well played by the Paladins there. To get that one right back.
Yeah.
The Kirkinators is now with the Soldier ult, right? Soldier?
Yeah, Sojo, yeah.
Yeah. I always get her name confused. Oh, and
Oh,
as
she
we
gets
talked
popped.
about, we get popped.
Or
She
they try
finds
to kite.
Sombra.
They can't quite find finds the Sombra pick. Pro player finds the kill onto Chazi. Numbers watered down now for the Paladins. They're looking for this Tor, but he's getting all the care in the world. Kale can't find him. And the Kirkinators do win the fight.
Not bad at all. And now they're pushing forward, trying to keep Paladins away from this 5th point.
Torb coming up on that Tor bolt. But without a grab, potentially will struggle to get value from it. Maybe just like zone them off potentially. And the Queen ult, of course. Which does get popped now as he tries to get through. Zarya does low. Potentially no bubbles on the side. Envy on this high ground. Does looking for value, but Cheeseburger finds the counter Chazi's with the Molten Core. Oh, beat gets popped from Stacks. Almost an Ajax potentially. Stacks they're looking for the kill on Envy here as they push this high ground. Corpseburst looking for the hack, can't quite find it with this big scuff at the top. But Envy finds a flying Lucio.
And that might be game, as it's a 4v5 right now, and Paladins not having the support. Dragwing finds one. It's a 4v4 right now.
Well, Chazi doesn't find the beat.
Ooh. Really well played there by Charzy to get to that point.
Yeah. Of course, the Paladins, they were in control of that after they got the pick onto the Zarya.
And as you said, yeah, like, I don't know if getting rid of the tank, it's just over. Like, I did think like Paladins might lose that just because they don't have support, but no, the tank is a changing factor.
So 3 ults on the side of Kirkinators now.
Looking for the ult here, can they get it?
Oh, Chelsea finds no one. Cheeseburger is low though. Stacks finds the pick onto Cheeseburger. That is huge for them now. The Vendetta down. Kitsu Rush gets popped from Chili. Grab comes through. The mirror, the Kitsune. Mycalian does fall. The Sojo C. Chelsea finds the pick onto the Lucio. Corpse Verse. Finds pro players, both supports. Struggling now. It's Corpse Verse now gets trying to clean up, but the Zarya, she's just staying alive on this point. As she does now eventually fall. Stall from Cheeseburger isn't enough. Does find the pick onto Stacks. Chili just has to find. Wait, Cheeseburger! Oh my god!
Cheeseburger wins the round for the Kirkinators.
No, but he falls. Spectrum.
Oh.
He comes back now.
Well, close fight right here.
Oh!
So the EMP getting cancelled.
Can't quite find. MV finds a pick onto Chazi. Oh, for a fight that looked like it was all Portsmouths. They're now struggling. As the pressure comes through from the Kirkinators. Autotobus does find McCallion. MV falls, and that will fall to the Kirkinators.
How did that happen? The Kirkinators just taking back that fight. I thought it was over, but Burger just going crazy. 1v2ing and then saving the Kirkinators match.
Oh, that was an expert play from Cheeseburger there. He managed to find the 2 supports holding the point. That is just shows the strength of the Vendetta. As Chazi showcases here as well with the Vendetta out.
Yeah.
It really just does seem to be like which Vendetta can like put as much pressure on the other team as possible. And that was a very, very great flashpoint map there from both teams, I'd say. They did, like, of course, like Portsmouth, they brought the fight to them, especially those like middle of the range maps. But that, of course, that last point, they just struggled to like
get it in.
Potentially like overextended or like, of course, like Cheeseburger at the end, like that
crazy play. Like, I can just imagine, like, right now in the call, how everyone's so hyped. Like, again, being able to pull that 1v2. Like, I thought it was over. I thought Paladins had the second game. But no.
Yeah.
And that's it for the first match between Portsmouth Paladins and the Kirkinators. Yeah. Really well played by everyone, honestly.
Of course, now we will head to a break. And we will catch up with the second matchup very soon. See you in a second. Hello and welcome back to NSE Overwatch presented by Ignition Series. Hope you've had a decent break. So we're going to be back now with our second game that we'll be following, which is Portsmouth Paladins versus the Plymouth Leviathans.
Oof.
Interesting to see how that one plays out.
Well, yeah. Well, we've seen Portsmouth Paladins play last game against the Kirkinators. Sadly, they've lost. Well, not sadly, but like it was a good game.
Yeah.
Again, Portsmouth Paladins almost won that second game. Like again, the crazy play by the Kirkinators being able to win that 1v2. But I expect better. Like I expect a good performance by the Paladins here.
Yeah, of course. Like they put up a decent performance, especially in that last game. Like towards the end, like in that final map, like the push map, it was kind of more favored towards the Kirkinators. But like now, of course, that flashpoint on Suravasa, like they played a much better game. I say maybe that swaps kind of helped them. Maybe the swap to Queen was maybe the better pick for them. Like because they did definitely seem to get value from that and the Sombra as well.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Sombra is like slept on.
Maybe she might be a meta now. Who knows? Of course, it is very early in the season, so I suppose like as like the season goes on, we'll find more defined metas, and we'll see maybe throughout the weeks see which like heroes get picked more often than not, and it'll be fun to see. So of course they'll be up against the Plymouth Leviathans next. So like usually I feel like how NSE works is like how now they'll have like a more favorable matchup towards them, or like it'll be like a more equal one. But like as the seeding happens, I suppose.
Yeah. Again, to be fair, again, as I said, like Paladins did not do a bad fight, and I feel like again I haven't seen Levine's like record so far, but again, as you said, it will probably be very similar to Paladins.
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably 2-1.
Yeah,
to them, which will be so another close fair matchup. But I suppose that's how it goes throughout the weeks. Like the matches get closer and closer as the weeks go on.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what like comps they will run and whether or not we will see like any adjustments have to come out from the Paladins.
Do you think Paladins will try to go for that like a flashpoint pick if they can?
Well, they seem to do pretty well on Suravasa for the most point, so I feel like they might be similar to how like I feel. Like I prefer like the control flashpoint and push maps, so maybe they feel a similar way, like how they want those like fast paced like rush maps compared to like the more sit back and spam kind of things that you see out of like escort and hybrid maps.
Yeah.
So that'll be so I feel like if they do, because there is a limited map pool, of course, like if they do like pick it, they'll more likely come across like maps like I think King's Rose in the map pools and stuff like that. So they potentially see more like more well, it's like similar comps to like what they played originally, like in that last game. Like you could see more like Ram,
Vendetta.
and they like the Queen, of course, and maybe they can keep that going like throughout. To see what comps they come up with and whether they'll stick to what they did throughout the Kirkinators, because they look very dominant at what they do, and I'm sure going forward they will be a great threat like in future matches.
Hopefully, we do see the Kirkinators in the future.
Yeah, they could make it all the way potentially. Who knows?
Again, they do have great players like Cheeseburger, as you said. And you did say they've played in what?
It was in Facer. Yeah, I was literally before going live today. I was like watching some like things, trying to like study up on like casting and stuff like that, trying to improve it. And then I saw them in there, and I was like, so seeing them show up in the lobby, I was like, oh wow, okay, that's convenient.
I was studying him.
Easy enough, like names to remember, I suppose.
Yeah, but to be fair, who did stand out of Paladins? I think who do you think stood out of like Paladins? I think Charzy.
Yeah, the Vendetta. And I suppose the Queen as well. Like they did they put up like consistent performances, like especially like they were able to find those picks, especially like Charzy on the Vendetta. Like it was a great opening. Like I feel like because that's what Vendetta can do. It can get your initial pick.
Yeah,
which is great for, especially like force the cooldowns out of the supports in the enemy team.
Yeah, and especially again her ultimate just seems so strong at the moment. Like again, you mentioned that she's gone buffed recently, and
she's got like better like block, and like her ranged attack is like on a lesser cooldown. So
yeah. And to be fair, we've also seen the power of Vendetta, like in 1v2 scenarios. That was what was able to win for the Kirkinators. just have Vendetta on point,
Yeah.
which was crazy to see.
But like, because that's what Vendetta, like I say, strives at, is like dueling those supports.
Yeah.
Like if they get him close, like you feel like Lucio would be one of the better ones to help get them out of the way. But like if he's not got those cooldowns, he's just trapped. And then Vendetta, like of course, like stalking on their prey, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, finds them towards the end. Of course, that'll be a clip to look back on, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
was a scrappy last fight, so
Who knows? Maybe Master Place.
maybe if they want to submit that, or if we want to submit that potentially,
Yeah.
see what happens. And of course,
I think we will be in a match like in 2 minutes ish to
Yeah.
our spectators.
like let's get a prediction now. Like what map do you think will come out with for this first one?
Honestly, I really want to see King's Row.
King's
That's
Row?
one of my favorite maps.
Yeah.
Like,
That is a very popular one.
oh really?
Yeah, a lot of people love King's Row.
Didn't know that.
It's very like OG map, I suppose. Like it brings back memories of like old comps like Ryan Zarya, especially that Thrive during like the 6v6 like during
Yeah.
Overwatch 1 era. So it's definitely one that's like in the history books, I'd say.
Yeah. With Overwatch now going back to like Overwatch 1, do you think they're gonna stick out with 5v5s, like, or do you think they're gonna go back to their roots and go back to 6v6?
I feel like they're not going to go back to either one because both do exist in the game.
Yeah.
Even though 5v5 is the like main competitive mode, like I do feel like because they also like release like patches for 6v6 every now and again.
Oh,
Like I do feel like they'll stick with the 5v5 mostly because that's what they've built the game around now.
yeah.
Like that is how it's priority balanced for, and I feel like that's how a lot of the new tanks are designed with 5v5 in mind. Because like the reason we don't see like characters like Ryan like be and Ryan and Roadhog like be as like
Dominant.
in like competitive players because like they weren't made for this solo tank like kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like Reinhardt, especially nowadays, like the new heroes like Jetpack Cat, especially like that's always in the air. Like what's your poor little ground tank gonna do?
Yeah, just having your shield up and looking up in the air,
Yep.
like, what can you do, man?
Just being kidnapped.
Oh man, I can't. To be fair, that's one thing I cannot wait. Like in the future weeks, I think in like week 4 or 5, the new champions have been released
Yeah.
or heroes will be able to be played.
Yeah.
And who knows, we might be able to see a Reinhardt being carried by Jetpack Cats.
Be like in the cinematic trailer, like he gets carried into the back line for a big shower.
Like, if someone can pull that off, I will be amazed.
I mean, I've seen it happen in ranked already. Like,
Oh, really?
well, not necessarily with the Reinhardt, but I've seen like a high noon, like,
Oh,
cats,
my.
like in the air. Like,
How do you counter that? Like,
you just don't. You just gotta hope like either
you're
like
undercover.
you've got like a diva or like a peeking Arno who can sleep it potentially. That's about it. Like, there's not a lot of counterplay found yet so far, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll get nerfed a little bit, but of course, they'll have to wait until future patches to see what that is. Of course, you just make the most out of the early chaos, I suppose.
Yeah.
That comes with new heroes. I wonder if, like, even potentially in those future weeks, we'd get like a full like roster of like hero roster of the new characters. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
of course, there's 5 released, so like, and they all fill out the roles: 1 tank, 2 DPS, 2
Oh,
support.
really? Oh.
Yeah, so you can literally have a full roster of new heroes.
New heroes. That would be fun to commentate. Just like everything just new. Like, because again, you do have a lot more experience than me on Overwatch right
Yeah.
now. But because I can understand like what's happening. Like if I see a Torbjorn putting his star Sombra hacking and like soldier, but I haven't been able to see the new champions as clear.
Yeah.
And of course, like Overwatch being so chaotic, sometimes it's just like, what is happening?
Yeah, it can be a mess sometimes, especially with because like with every character comes new abilities and stuff like that. Adds to the visual clutter of the game, I suppose. But like, yeah, even for me, sometimes it can be hard to keep up with exactly what's going on. Especially with like Mizuki's new ult as well. Like that's like creates a whole dome.
Yeah.
It's like it can be. It feels it's getting to the point where it almost starts to look like a rivals fight. Like, as you know, like you
Oh yeah.
you played rivals. Like that game is just spam, spam, spam. There's just how do you keep up with what's going on in there? Luckily, Overwatch is a little bit more structured than
or
what
like
that
a
is with-
Valorant round when every team
Yeah.
has like full ult, like Brimstone ult, Harbor ult, like you see like a giant laser coming out of the air, your ground is shaking up. Like, what can you do?
Like for a game that like for like a what's it called, like tactical shooter, is that what they called?
Yeah,
Like it's even more cluttered than Overwatch is, and that's like a hero shooter is what it's known for.
yeah. I mean, I guess that it is a bit of a hero show as well with.
I suppose, yeah, because there's different abilities. I
Yeah.
suppose a hero tactical shooter. There you go.
Yeah.
Just create the new genre for him.
But yeah. What do you expect from Paladins this match?
I'd expect more of the same, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it did. Although they did fall short in the end, I do feel like it was working for them for the most part. It was a little bit scrappy here and then, but like I feel like now they'll be going up against like a similar level opponent again, like
Yeah.
potentially a weaker opponent. Like it might be like a little bit closer. They might be able to like follow through more on their strats that they've perhaps
Yeah.
realized like beforehand. So it'll be interesting to see what they pull out with that.
Yeah, and like the score does not give justice to the Paladins. Like being 0-2, it might like look bad, but again, I think they should be proud of themselves of how they played,
Yeah,
especially
in
the
that
second
last
map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The first map we could just like
Ignore
look
it.
past
They
it.
didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Oh, warm up map.
Literally, like
On stream nerves. On stream nerves too.
honestly, to be fair, like I can imagine like being on stream, you're like, oh, I need to perform, I need to play better. With
Like-
scouts.
I remember like one of our games for Overwatch was streamed, and like it does add that little extra bit of pressure. It's like even if there's not too many people watching, like just the fact that there is someone watching
Yeah.
who's silently judging behind the chair, being like, I would have hit that shot.
It is like sometimes I'll be like in a Discord calls with like my friends, and I'll be like in a server, and I'll have like 3 people just randomly watching me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, stop! Like,
Too much pressure.
like I'll be like playing like League of Legends, and then I'll have friends who don't even play League of Legends, and they'll be like, huh? What are you doing, bro? Like,
I would have done that.
what do you mean? Like you don't
You
even know what you're talking
stupid or
about.
Nah, of course. Game is a little bit delayed at the moment. That's why you're hearing us yap for a little bit. So perhaps maybe I feel like we should go to a break for a little bit,
Yeah.
depending on how long.
Oh. Oh yeah. Break.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little bit of miscommunication, but yeah, we'll get the matches to you guys very soon, and hopefully we'll be right back very soon.
Welcome back to NSE Overwatch presented by Ignition Series. We're looking to get this first game between the Portsmouth Paladins and Plymouth Leviathans underway. And we have info that the map they have selected is Survasa again.
Ooh.
Same map twice in a row.
Yeah. Do you think that was by Paladins or?
I believe Paladins had the mode choice and then Plymouth had the map choice. So
Gotcha.
it was between New Junk and Survasa, and they picked Survasa, which I think that's my preferred choice as well. To be fair, I think most people would follow that. Like Survasa, I think is universally considered like the best Flashpoint map.
Huh. Why is that?
I don't
Is
know,
it very dynamic or?
I feel like it comes back to before the reworks, I suppose, as well, because before the reworks, Flashpoint was quite an awful mode, I'd say. But since they made the changes to it like a while back, like it's become one of my favorite modes, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Because I think Control is my favorite mode because I like the more like control point ones.
Yeah.
Because like it does feel like it's less like holding chokes and more like because there's more angles to approach like the control points from. So I feel like of course Flashpoint it encourages like the fast-paced fights, and then Control, of course, the similar aspects, I suppose. So yeah, I feel like Survasa is like favored because of before what it was before the reworks, and I feel like just the reworks to the map, even now, just made it just that little bit better over New Junk.
I personally really like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like hybrid. Again, it's in the name, but it gives like more versatility. But from what I'm hearing, is we're gonna go into our match right now between Portsmouth Paladins and Plymouth Leviathans.
See if they mirror the same comp from last time. More or less the same. I think they're just going for opting for the Winston instead of the Jungle Queen.
And from Plymouth, we can see that they have a much more different team comp with Genji and Juno.
Yeah. Wet Cookie on the Ram as well.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like Plymouth Leviathans, maybe they're not comfortable in the Lucio, so they just go up for the Juno for the speed instead of the Lucio, although not having like that main support could potentially be a bit of a problem for them, but I'm sure could be just fine.
What do you mean by a main support?
Main support is like the ones that like heal just passively almost.
Oh, like Lucio,
yeah. Lucio and Brig.
But here we have in the choke point just poking, seeing if they can get any picks.
Goes first. Taking that angle, trying to look for the poke. Look down and see what they can find.
Looking at the back line here.
Or the Renacho does pop form. Started swinging on Kenyan, but he does live.
Ooh, and Leviathans to get 2 picks with that Reaper?
Yeah.
I don't know why it took me so long to figure out the name. But yeah.
He was literally dressed like the Reaper.
Yeah, I know. I used to play Reaper. But yeah, the name just kind of got stuck in there. But yeah, Plymouth gained a point very early on with those 2 picks by him, flanking them in the back line.
That Reaper could opt to be very valuable going forward. It's like great up close damage. It does kind of like help deal with that Vendetta as well, as Macaria finds the pick onto Justin with that insane knife. Reaper does look for the flank, but they all look to turn around, try and force him out. And he does fall.
Nice.
Now Charzy cleaning up, swooping over Otitu and Tibia.
And this feeling like the last match where Paladins will be the ones getting 30% ish, and then just giving the point away.
Let's see what they got here. The Reaper does get the close, and Charzy does find the downward swing. That is like the little ratty nature of Vendetta. She can just like hide in that corner and get that down slash, and that's half your health gone already.
Yeah.
So early Suzu forced out. That will give Queen the rampage. She will go straight through, all antied. Nothing they can do about it.
Getting the double kill. Really clean there by Paladins. Getting the team with kill. Again, as you said, the old pop early. And still going through.
Nah. That early Suzu, potentially just to save themselves, like they end up costing the free range. That Queen out. That does find a pick up the pause first. That's 1 OC down, so they will have the advantage on that if they do wish to pivot, but they do not get the touch in time. Portsmouth Paladins do take this first map. Or first point, should I say?
Yeah. Oof.
Dacty's nice shot onto Stacks there.
Yeah, so
Staggering that little bit, then get to point faster potentially.
yeah, and it seems like Lavans will be in a very strong position here to get an early touch on this flashpoint, but Paladins having 4 ults here, same with Leviathans. The only difference is between the support and tank.
Well, the arrow gets popped on the front side of Paladins. Stacks does fall early, but they do find a trade from the Otter.
DPS for support.
First looking for the thing. The Juno ult does get popped. They can't quite punish it. But Cookie does find a pick on the back line. Oh, it's the course first for the OC and Charzy. Cleaning up the back line here.
Gets a triple kill here. Really well played there by Charzy.
Yeah, the DPS carry there. The flank from Charzy. Caught him off guard. Killed them through the orbital ray.
And again, Paladins seem way more confident now.
Yeah.
Like, again, playing this map before with the Kirkinators, they just seem so much better right now. More confident. And of course, Charzy, they're playing. Oh, the Reaper ult early, getting rid of Charzy. The bubble being slightly mistimed, but Stacks find that pick on Reaper.
Queen up forced. Annihilation pops on the Ramacha to help stall this point. TBO does fall to McCallion, and now Corpse first cleans up, kills White Cookie. Kills through the Annihilation. Oof. Thanks for the clean up onto Justin. Help keep control of this point. And yet again, even with the ults on the side of Leviathans, they could not clean up. Thanks to the beat, even though they did fall, Charzy did fall to that Blossom. They still managed to maintain control at that point. And they're looking to fight this early to try and stop the point. Yeah, they won't get a touch.
And second point going to Paladins. Again, really strong showing by them. Ooh. Genji going in there by himself and getting picked off.
Not actually looking for that pick is Charzy now. Both DPS down on the side of the Leviathans. That will give Paladins an opening to take this point early. Leviathans will just have to regroup. They do have that Kitsu rush. That does seem to be their only ult, but again, no ults on the side of Paladins. Perhaps they will be able to build both support ults in this time.
Yeah, like if you look at everyone's getting super close to the ults in the Paladins side, while Leviathan don't really have any impactful ults coming up.
Since they probably will just want to have to look at this early Kitsu if they have a W ult track, as it does get popped. That forces them out. The Ramacha walking forwards. Of course, does find a good pick onto Artia too. Dacty finds the trade. Ramacha getting pummeled by the Vendetta. Does fall to Charzy.
Oh,
Dacty's with a melee.
Really
a punch on the
unlucky.
melee hero.
But yeah, Paladins winning the round, and now they have 3 ults to defend this point. Of course, Leviathan's having that Soljet ult, and Juno coming up very soon. But Paladins having just those 3 ults, the buff with the Kiriko ult, and what's the name? Vendetta.
The ult comes through. Charzy looks for the ult, but Dacty finds him. Finds the railgun straight to the chest. Stacks gets the kill onto Dacty. The beat gets forced out. But it does a clean up beat, but Annihilation does get popped. He does it to stay alive, but like, I think he just popped that a bit too late to stay alive, so now they have just lost that ult in a pivotal fight.
Yeah. And you gotta think this is it for Leviathans for this map. Yeah, 3-0 by Paladins, really strong showing by them, and really well played by them.
Yeah, did it well with their ults. Like, managed them pretty well, like Leviathans. Like, even though they would potentially overextend on those like plays, as we saw for like the Annihilation at the end, of course.
Yeah.
The ult timing was ticking down, but like, again,
And
just
here,
that ult advantage from Paladins just coming in very helpful in that last point especially.
yeah, and as you can see, the play of the match.
Yeah, Charzy, he's looking in his like strong suit now, like on the Vendetta. He was getting infinite value, especially on that backline. And of course like the Queen ult as well, like especially on that first point, I feel like that early like Suzu
Oh yeah.
from Leviathans. It did kind of cost them that fight to lose that fight, because it could have been a winnable fight. They
Yeah.
had that Kitsu down, but they just could not like punish it, because like the Queen ult, it just forced them back.
Yeah.
They had to split up. They couldn't do anything about it.
And then again being able to get split up and having the Vera to pick off like the support, just won them that round.
Yeah.
And really well played by both teams. Soon we're gonna go into our second game. Excuse me.
It's your favorite, King's Row.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell by the sound.
Yeah, I'm sad like that.
Aye, man. Like, to be fair, like I remember when I used to play like Valorant. Like I know it's not like similar to like the map, but like I would just have like my crosshair like ready to lock in like a certain champion.
Yeah. Of course, like that muscle memory has now gone on Overwatch with the introduction of the the passive, or the new passives, or the new sub roles, should I say?
Oh yeah.
That's changed up how the order is sifted.
Ooh, Leviathan's swapping now for a more divey team comp with the Winston Tracer.
Yeah, they're looking to get very aggressive on this first point.
Yeah.
Compared to like the more, of course, you see Corpse Blast now on the Ashe, looking for that more like ranged play now. Looking to take that poke, which could come in handy, especially against this the Echo, depending on how well they can manage those angles.
Yeah, I personally do prefer Paladin's team comp here. Honestly, just because of the Ashe, like being able to take out Echo from the air, and of course Kiriko as well being able to help with that.
Yeah. Of course, Chazzy has a nasty angle here.
Oh wait, never mind. They stopped last second.
Well, they've gone for a more standard like Genji Soj like they were before.
Yeah.
Genji does clear that up angle. Oh, Chazzy with the down slash. He can chunks away that Genji's health.
Just slowly.
And they're now looking to get aggressive. Forcing them back. They will just look like to play this like slow now. Although, Chazzy.
Game picked off. Bring the dynamite here by Ashe. Repositioning.
Yeah, Soji just caught them off guard. Then they are now if they look to try and take this hotel control. Well, they often not. So Paladins will have to fall back. Like Cookie does find his pick on the stacks. Both supports down on the side of Paladins though. Although Corpse Blast does find the Genji.
Yeah. And when they're being right back in the fight. Ooh, getting hit by the anti will force Paladins to come back and give this point. And good start by Leviathan's gained a early point. Oh, going in.
Yeah, the Marcher will look to touch. Anti comes through. The Kiri is not there to Suzu. Oof. Well, and they get chunked away. The support's now finally coming in, but they won't be able to stall for long enough. As that first point goes to Leviathans in very fast fashion, to be fair.
Yeah, and now getting payload. Ooh, Chili getting killed so late. That was going to stagger Paladins for a bit. And giving Leviathan just a slight bit of time to push it even further.
Yeah, of course they will hold this like angle. Like it's very aggressive as well. See the car all the way back there.
Yeah.
They do now fall back now that all of the Paladins are back. Looking to take this early fight. The big damage coming out from the Ramacho on the Macallion. Can't quite find any way forward. The Ramacho's health getting chunked away.
Oof. He's almost dead.
Ana just about
keeping him up.
You do have the nano there, so our last resort potentially is they back up into pub.
Ult's getting popped off now.
Oh yeah, the Macallion with the annihilation. The Neon Door area, there's not much they can do about that.
Team killed there by Paladins. Well played and not really having to spend a lot. Now they have the buff up and Kiriko's ult as well.
5 ults coming on the side of Plymouth Leviathans now.
That's scary.
Although it is equally scary for them because they don't want to commit all 5 ults.
That's true.
They do have both support ults and the Ports of Paladins though, so some of these ults could be easily be kiteable with those support ults. Or if they want to try and fight this early, which they do look to try and do. Oh, the Ajax!
Oof!
Stacks get Ajax by only 2 with the blade. That is very unfortunate to see. Both support ults used for the Paladins and just the Nano Blade used from the Plymouth Leviathans.
Wow, they only been able to spend like 1 ult, right? By the Leviathans.
2. These Nano and Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Both support ults from the Paladins, so that could be quite punishing.
Yeah.
But it's face to space now.
Leviathan getting that like push. Halfway through.
White Cookie now does have the Annihilation, so he can look to get very aggressive if he wishes. OC popped on the side of Dacty's.
Oh, the ult by Chelsea. But can't find anyone here. Looking for the back line. Can he get one pick? Yes, he can on the Soul Jet. But a tank drops from Paladins.
First gets a trade on Totu. Charzy forcing this backline back. White Cookie stays alive with the Annihilation, but he is low. He does have to hold that block.
Oh my.
Charzy going back in. The sleep dart missed. Charzy does find a pick onto the Ana. The Wuyang now desperately trying to fly away. Charzy lets them out.
Front line of La5 and there cannot get any kills there because of Chelsea just being the backlines and harassing the supports. Really well played there.
That's just the value of like Vendetta, like we said before. Was, oh, Chillik falls early.
Oh, that might cost them.
Looking for that off angle, but like OT2 just like finds the dive onto that Kiri. Just couldn't clear out in time. Kanye low, he has to hide. he's asking for support. Where's my heals? Heal me, bro.
Help me. But good block there by Leviathan to make sure that he's not getting that heals. And with the tag dropping, Plymouth is just going through and piling those kills.
Again, like the Kiri just falling early, just like
cost them so much.
Potentially that's where we're seeing like the issues coming through from Portsmouth Paladins here. It's just like the supports. You don't want to be your Kiri to be the first picked. That's like potentially the worst one. Aside from maybe Mechanion on tank, but
oh, now Plymouth, you can see Widowmaker got picked for this point. Maybe for the choke points.
Yeah. Look for that hole if they can find it, but they did the Ramacha shield will like the Nano Genji.
Genji going
get forward, they're shooting the deflect. Finds Charzy, Dacty gets the headshot onto Corpse first, towards McCallion. Does find a pick on 202 as they now looks to get aggressive on this Wuyang. Does find a pick. The Tidal Blast does get used, so that will force McCallion to fall. Stag's also dying now. That will give Plymouth Leviathans now the push.
Oof. Yeah, now only halfway to the second point, and Leviathan's been a really strong point. But Paladins do have that Ram ult. And oh, Tracy getting picked there early by Tracer. Oh, and Leviathan just rolling through Paladins right now.
Oh, the Annihilation now, it does allow them to get a good stall if they can care this Ramatra. But like White Cookie with the Annihilation of his own, pops it now, try and force out this McCallion on Ram. Oh, the ult gets forced, but she's just going to get melted down. McCallion now just trying to do everything he can to stall this time. Oh, Cosmo does find the pick onto Dacty's, but
Torio. Or Utio? How do you say that? Uito? Uitu?
Uti2.
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 Uti2. I like to say that.
Oh no, I've just been saying whatever I can.
Uti2.
Apologies if we get the names wrong. It's not intentional, I promise.
Oh, yeah. But really well played there by Uti2. Like, getting so many picks there.
Yeah. Again, like, they have just under 2 minutes now. If Portsmouth Paladins can full cap this.
Well, if you're in a Paladins like place right now, because normally I like playing attack second, because then I know like what time I need. Yeah. What do you think Paladins should be doing in this attack?
Well, I feel like the mirror potentially is not working out for them as well as they hoped.
Yeah. Like
perhaps like the Ramatra, say from White Cookie, is kind of like dominating like potentially backline as well.
Yeah.
Like of course, like the Portsmouth Paladins, like you saw like Kiri get picked early multiple times. It's like potentially the Ana Wuyang is like helpful, like they can like sit back more and like it's not like as in the fight as Stax and Chili are on like Kiri Lucio.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, looking at Paladin's team comp right now, it hasn't went through a full change except Charzy, yeah.
Yeah.
Remaining on Tarmata, but like then we have Widowmaker, Doomfist, and Mercy all getting picked for the first time. Of course, we did see swapping to Jungle Queen, and in the last match it was very powerful, so it might want to have the same impact.
They're probably just looking early for that Widow pick, yeah. They just went for that like early like Widow pocket. Try and find a pick, but they're wise to stay hidden.
Yeah,
swap to Freya. I'm a big fan of Freya personally. Oh, they look to rotate towards high ground here. Ooh, that Sozo Disruptor will help slow them down a little bit so they can adjust themselves. OT2 holding that high ground. Oh, does look for the dash. Dash is burnt. They can chase this down now.
Oh.
The chase through hotel. Bit of a bluff there from OT2 as he does now full early.
Yeah, that might cost Leviathan. Of course, it's only a Genji for now, but more picks can come through, especially with Jersey rushing at this back line.
They flip the map there potentially. That now does kill Charlie McCallion now with a pick onto Justin. One support down for the Leviathans now. To trade a DPS for a support. Freya is getting punished. Oh, the knife. Oh, McCallion with a nice pick onto OT2. He's fallen again. This time on the Tracer. McCallion looking aggressive, get aggressive.
Ooh, but Leviathan's here again, 2 picks.
Yeah, both supports down. It's going to be tough for them, but they still...
Oh wait, no pallets, sorry, I still getting used to like the color difference. Again, coming from Rocket League, yeah.
The colors have changed, yeah.
Yeah. But well played there, but oh! Tries to get that like early touch to keep them, but can't do much from there.
Yeah. Play Cookie now. They're now holding this angle.
And as you said, like in push maps, you just have to hold like this narrow choke points, especially like Ram being able to do all this damage.
Yeah, holding close here is going to be difficult to break through, especially with just a queen. Gotta try and look for this try and force this Suzu out so they can look for a queen out. That would definitely get them the engage they want.
Yeah. Both were getting popped.
Or the Murakitsu's annihilation pot from the White Cookie. He does get antidote. The Suzu comes through. Big help. He has to try and block to try and stay alive. Trades all over the place.
1 for 1 all over, as you said. And it seems that he's going for Paladins.
42 low on point.
And he has to retreat.
Well, he does get out. Or 42 gets the pick onto Charlie. He got a little bit aggressive there. And now all the Pharaoh pops to the bowler. It was a great shot from Dirty to kill him out the air. Again. The tank and Lucio come back on the side of Paladins. So now Leviathan's will just have to fall back. OT2 looking to fall back. Oh, nice though. The slide does manage to get out in time.
And Paladins now swapping to the Cassidy. Doing that like poke down from the back. Trying to keep the support alive. Oh, the book goes off.
Oh, Susu forced. Can they finally pick onto this bullying? They can. Both supports down now for the Leviathans.
Ooh. Really well played there by Paladins. Can they get a team kill? I think they did. Yes, they can. Well played there by Paladins. And having that ult on Jersey.
Yeah.
Always forgot the name of the ult. Prevent that actually.
Yeah. Leviathans now. Will they look to try and touch this? All the ult that will help zone them out.
Yeah.
They won't look to touch. Oh, White Cookie's health splits down, but course first finds a pick onto OT2.
OT2 dies, and now the tanks and Paladins. It seems like they're just gonna roll over Leviathan.
Coming now. Like the Paladins, they look much more comfortable on this attack. See what they can come up with here. Ults. No ults on by either team. To be fair, Audacity will be coming up on this OC. Queen ult coming up from McCallion as well. Let's try and force out that Suzu on Zarya now. Trying to give that extra protection. Especially from Charlie as McCallion gets the pick onto Justin. Queen ult forced. Suzu comes out. But Cookie does fall. Oh, and it's just a steamroll from Paladins now.
Yeah, after they found the form on this map on attack, it just seems that Paladins are so dominant, and they're gonna have almost 2 minutes ahead of Leviathans.
They get a dead IPL onto Justin. Anti's cleaning up on the Sojourn. Oh, Chazi now does fall.
Oh wait, good defense there by Leviathans.
Yeah, they got a good touch. They did use the dead eye early to try and like zone them off, but like in the end, like everyone else had just come back in time.
Yeah. Oh, and now the Zara pick. I know you love her.
Let's try and force this bubble. Oh, but OT2. He gets a little flank angle on them. The bubble does come out, and that does protect him, allow them to get out. The Murakitsu's come out. All the beat comes through from Stacks. They will look to get aggressive now as they look to try and push this, force them out of their own Kitsune. Getting aggressive now. All the Blossom comes through, finds Stacks.
Ooh.
Tibia finds McCallion. Charzy finds White Cookie. And the Leviathans.
Another really good defense here by Leviathans. UT2, of course, popping that Reaper ult and finding like one pick, and then it seems after that Leviathans were able to just slowly kill everyone in Paladin's
Good
side.
decisions to like bait out all the support ults, all the support cooldowns. I think let's try and take the fight early, but like again they just did well to hold off.
Yeah.
The next fight functions through OC on the side of Leviathans. Charzy coming up out that, and then Vendetta ult. Reaper looks to take that off angle, but the Queen is running him down. Can they find a pick? They can. Or the sneak didn't quite find it. Vendetta looks for a flank. Oh, almost fell off the bat with their own ult, but doesn't quite hit anyone. Loki does find a cleanup. Tactics now with the OC, gets bubbled. Stacks low. But the Juno does get forced a potential already one fight, but Tactics now just looking to clean up. What's the hit scan duel?
Yeah. And the stagger now against Paladins. Paladins now only having 1 minute to push it to the third point.
And Leviathan's done it well. They found like the comp to help hold this like last point. The Reaper is running very, very beneficial.
Yeah,
to like help force the pressure, force the issue out of Paladins.
With Soldier as well being able to get in backline. I think this is their strategy right now. Bubble Reaper and just let him go in the backline.
Reaper getting aggressive. Oh, Grab comes out. It's huge from White Cookie. Can they find any picks from it? OT2. Oh, there they go. They fall. The grab was huge from the Leviathans.
The Zara all just won them that fight. And you just gotta think, as Paladins, what can he do? How can he get this final push? Can he even get this final push? Or will the score be tied up?
Oh, the Reaper.
Oh.
That's a great angle. Tactics finds caught first early. That's a Deadeye out of the fight already. Or the Reaper is looking for the pick on the Kiriko, but doesn't quite find it. Or the Queen ult comes through. Suzu though. The beat comes through.
We can't find anyone.
Oh, the DPS, both low. As Charzy now finds the pick onto the Kiriko. Has to try and get out if there's any chance of living this fight.
Ooh, Chili getting a pick on the Zara, and this is a good place for Paladins with no tank on the Leviathan side. And now there's going attack. Nice shot by Soljet, but Choosy getting that revenge. Can he? Oh my God, he's carrying his team right here towards the end.
Yeah, big clutch in the end there from Charzy. Find an early pick onto the Kiriko, which helped get them this tap in OT. But unfortunately now it is not winnable from the Paladins, only drawable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they capped with no time. So like they have to full hold the Leviathans here if they are to take this.
Honestly, like even if I had 0 seconds, I feel like they should get like at least like 30 seconds, maybe like 15 seconds to at least get on point. But I do understand like Leviathans played amazing defense. Again, it was towards the end to get that touch, and after that, Leviathans just rolled through Paladins.
Yeah.
Of course, that final fight for Paladins with Charzy and Chili gained those big picks on the Zara and the Kiriko, winning them that fight very convincingly.
One fight win is really all the Leviathans need if they are to take this game and take us to a game 3. Well, either way, I think we'd be going to 3 games, because if they draw this, we just got to like redo this whole game. And that's the problem that comes with hybrid maps.
Yeah.
Like, pretty sure it's the only mode that is drawable. So.
Oh. With Leviathans now looking for a soldier pick. Of course, I don't want to say that because I've been proved every time wrong. But from Paladins, we have a tank swap.
They're looking for that Orisa now. Probably looking for that just more like sustain like in the fight, because they're going to need it if they are to defend.
Ooh, yeah.
If he takes the shield perk as well, that'll provide just that little bit extra protection. Well, the Zarya though. Good look to get value onto Orisa. This way comes onto the Reaper.
Yeah.
Again, Paladins just forced back a little bit too early. Dantes does find the pick onto Stacks. The Lucio falls early. A nice shot.
Good.
Or calls first to find the trade onto Tibia though.
Here, just focusing the tank, and Orisa is already out, and Leviathans just rolled as always with this fight, especially early, and get a touch on a point and win the second game taking it to a game 3. Well played.
Yeah, they seem to come into their element there on the towards the end of this game. They found like the comp that worked for them, the Zarya, the Reaper. They seem to like melt down. And of course,
The Jungle Queen MVP. Second time in a row. There might be even third with the match against Kirkenes. She also got the MVP.
And then great cleanup in there in the end. And of course, that does take it to a tie game. It will go to the third game, which is the first from our NSE partnership, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, it's our first one. Be interesting to see
I'm
how this one
excited.
plays out. What do you think? Like the Paladins will look to change up potentially.
Honestly, I think they should keep that Jungle Queen.
Yeah.
To be honest with Zara, I'm not too sure, but isn't like laser characters like Moira good against her, or not?
Probably not. You're looking towards more like your melee.
Oh,
Like
okay,
it's
okay.
things that can't necessarily. Well, I suppose like your beams would be okay.
Yeah.
It's just more like characters that won't charge up Zarya as much are the ones that are going to find the value out of the matchup against Zarya.
Gotcha.
So like potentially like, although the beams can like be a problem against characters like Genji who thrive against projectile characters with the deflect.
That's true.
So
And UT2 does seem to be preferred to speak. So of course Genji. But then if Genji doesn't work, he always has a tracer.
yeah,
And he has found some value with that. But yeah, I do think like Paladins should like maintain that Jungle Queen pick. Like it was really working for them. Of course, maybe not towards the end. And of course, Jungle Queen on defense is a bit iffy.
it can work, but yeah, it's less. You can't quite get as aggressive as you potentially would on the attack.
Yeah.
But of course, depending on what mode they pick here, like you could see a control map come out potentially. That's where the Queen would like thrive pretty well. Of course, like King's Row is a great Jungle Queen map. Like they're just those brawl tanks, like Ryan Ramatra, like Zarya as well potentially. They opt for Suravasa.
Ooh.
Another map we've seen previously today.
Yeah. I don't think we have any audio for the game. There we go. I'm gonna blame that on the production team, but anyways. But as we say, UT2 on that Genji pick.
Again, Genji could work very well, especially when Rin's happy.
Yeah, and Plymouth sticking with that Zara, this seemed to work towards the end, and I think that's what they found. Another thing for Paladin is protect your supports. Like we've seen Chile game picked off like few times very early on, and costing them the fight. As we're gonna go here.
Paladin's looking to get the flank around there, looking to take this right side. Looking to get aggressive now on this Juno potentially. Or Chazi goes flying in. Look at this Juno. Juno is one. They do get the great pick. In fact, he's now forced back. Callian will find the picks and the kills.
And there's a Jungle Queen value that we talked about, and how confident that how does his name? Markalion? Markalion.
Yeah, it's like just that those W shot callers there potentially on the side of Paladins. They saw that Juno. They are probably the most diveable target on the team.
UT2 now swapping to the Reaper, trying to get back to their back line.
We're potentially looking for that more sustain, but less like dive potential. Maybe look at that just like the bubble Reaper, like can be very hard to deal with.
Oh no, Zara here getting a bit low.
Zarya does fall, so does Corpse first.
But UT2 finding a pick on the support, but it seems to almost get picked off.
Oh, that seems a little bit unexpected, but does use the slide to get out. Chazi now just looking to try and fight, but OT2 does now find the pick. And they clean up now from the Leviathans, so they will just push them back.
And to be fair, one thing is, Reaper is a counter to Reventa, right?
Vendetta. Yeah, they're like, the Reaper's own lifesteal can like prove very like helpful in a duel against Vendetta.
Yeah.
Like both again, two close range characters.
But to be fair, that Charzy has been able to show, but as also can pop off in this team fight.
The early beat from Stacks proved beneficial to help take this fight early. Corpse first now. Finding the pick on supports, like no supports on the side of Leviathans. McCanny now looks to take this one forward. The Reaper is out. He will live.
And Paladin is getting that control again of the robot.
Will look to extend their lead now. 3 ults on the side of Leviathans. And of course, Paladins will be coming out to that OC. They have the Queen ult and the Kitsune rush.
Ooh, Reaper looking here maybe for an ult, but he needs to come back.
Yeah, I did force the bubbles out, so he will fall. The Kitsune gets popped on the side of the Paladins. They will look to get out aggressive, but Charty does fall.
Oof.
Can he get the trade onto Dexys though?
Both
Getting
DPSs.
aggressive on the backline now. Is the Suzu been forced out? It has. That allows Justin to fall. Tibio can't do much about that. They will have to just back off.
Very strong showing there by Paladins and pushing our robot even further. But Paladins still have those 2 ults on around the Soldier and Drunkard Queen. But they do have to be careful with the 2 ults.
She gets popped on Cold Burst, but they do try and hunt it down.
Oh, there it is.
There's the Blossom, finds both supports.
And that is what I was talking about, being careful of that flank by Reaper.
There's Mechanic now, he is cleaning up even without these supports. The Cold Burst and Mechanic just like carrying this fight now.
Yeah.
Pythons just have to back off yet again.
Like, even though the Reaper was able to find those picks, they couldn't do that much against the Drunkard Queen. And she was able to push it even further.
Advantage is playing safe now. Drunk Queen on this high ground. We'll look for the drop down. Reaper TP'd up onto the high ground. That was a bit of a risky move there. As course first does find the early pick. Vendetta now getting aggressive. They do have that ult. All the OC does get popped.
So
Dacty's does force their Vendetta to like back off just a little bit, but Justin does fall.
we're looking here maybe for an ult.
So they're not getting aggressive. There's the beat push. Will it look to get the clean up? All the grab is forced. We'll slow down the grab, but like only 1 or 2 in there.
Reaper in the back line.
Allows the rest of the team to get aggressive. As the OT2 flank is cancelled out by the Vendetta. Oh, the Spore's getting pushed back into spawn now. Cookie will fall as the caps, and they will full cap in record time as Paladins now will take this series 2-1.
Well played there by Paladins. Very dominant showing there towards the end. And honestly, give the MVP to Markalian again. Like, he played out really well, and honestly, like, here in the final fights, not only was he able to like survive for so long and get a push towards the end, but even in this team fight, just find the right picks.
Yeah, of course, like the Queen of Vendetta worked much better than it did in the push map. That seems to be like how they got this advantage over the Leviathans. It was like what I mentioned at the very start, I don't know if you remember, about like how like the escort and hybrid maps, you can more like playing, it's a much different style compared to the other 2 modes that we've seen the Paladins win. So it seems like both teams have their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to how they play. Like potentially like the Leviathans thrive more around just holding these chokes.
Yeah, definitely.
Then, like the Paladins just have that edge on like calling the fight, like engaging on like with their ults and stuff like that, like the beat pushes especially.
Yeah.
Like, with the Leviathans not having that Lucio to like help engage and get a strong fight going early. Like again, like, you just feel like it results in that like steamroll towards the end.
To be fair, that's what I was going to say. Like, Leviathans did have like a lot of like diveable characters like Genji, Tracer, Reaper, but sometimes it will just feel like their team, as you said, was more focused on defense.
Yeah.
And playing more back. Of course, with the flanker trying to get like 1 pick or 2, but I think like Vendetta and Drunken Queen are very good at not only diving, but also being able to peel for the supports.
Yeah, they're very quick in that. It's like, again, it's like the Reaper trying to do it all on his own compared to like, of course, the aggressive push that the Paladins would offer. Again, a great series there. That was very entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Especially that King's Row game that was very back and forth, especially in the middle. That was fun to see. It was unfortunate that the Leviathans couldn't pull up a fight much more towards the end. But again, great series, great performance from all the teams. I thank Portsmouth for letting us spectate in on their games today. They're a great sport, great fighters.
Yeah.
Very end.
And for 1-on-1 record, it wasn't bad at all. Again, that match against Kirkinators wasn't bad. It's just the scoreline is not showing how good of both teams played that game.
Yeah.
Again, second game, literally game pushed to like that last flashpoint.
Yeah. Again, great performances from them. We'll be looking to head off now. We will be back next week with some week 3 action with a new team to spectate, cover the games for. We'll be back soon. Make sure you tune in next week. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.